Hello children, how are you all today? I hope you all are healthy and happy. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the third chapter from your English Supplementary Reader book, An Alien Hat, and the chapter you know is the desert. This is going to be the last part of the same chapter, part 3. You can watch the previous videos, part 1 and part 2, to understand, to get yourself clear with what we have finished till now. We have finished the meanings and the first comprehension check from your chapter. That's on page number 16 and 17. We are done with that. We have also written the meanings of some of the words in the second video lesson, so you can complete your meanings from there. Now today for this lesson we are going to move ahead with the comprehension check, that's on page number 19. Okay children, so before moving ahead with the chapter, you know what we have learned, what we were learning about a desert. It's a landform, it's one of the landforms that exist on the planet Earth, right? We will find deserts almost everywhere where there is less rainfall or no rainfall, because the vegetation of that type of climate is specific to that region only. So children, what did we learn from the previous video lessons about a desert? That a desert can be a cold desert and a hot desert. I asked you to find some examples, some names of hot desert and cold deserts. So I hope you are ready with it, because we are going to get those answers in your online classes. So be ready with it. And now moving to the comprehension check. Okay children, so I hope you find this chapter interesting now. Next, the first question from your comprehension check is, a camel can do without water for days together. What is the reason given in the text? So what is the reason children? Let's write it down, why it can do without water. So we have to give the reason from the text only. See, so we won't be writing anything extra. We will be finding answer at page number 18 only. So you can see from 17 onwards, camel can do without water for days together. The reason is they sweat very little. So we are going to write this children. Okay. Now the comprehension check. This is on page number 19, number 1. So camels can do without water for days together because they sweat very little. Camels can withstand means are capable of, okay, they can tolerate, can withstand high body temperature. Sure. They do not need to sweat and therefore they can hold the water for long periods of time. Okay children, so this is our first answer. So what is this? Let's read it. Camels can do without water for days together because they sweat very little. Camels can withstand high body temperature. They do not need to sweat and therefore they can hold the water for long periods of time. Okay, moving to the second question of the comprehension check. How do the smaller desert animals fulfill their need for water? Number 2. The smaller desert animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day. Okay, so we don't need to write this part. We'll just be writing some of them eat other animals. And get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants. And seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Okay children, so the smaller desert animals do not drink water. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Now moving to the third question of this comprehension check. In a desert, the temperature rises during the day and falls rapidly at night. Okay, so this answer you will find on page number 19 of your book. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert lands causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly during the night or rapidly at night. Okay children, so we will write this down. Number 3. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the Earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert lands causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day. And to cool off rapidly at night. Okay, children. So in humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the Earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert land causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. Okay, children. So now moving to the next question. Describe a desert in your own way. Write a paragraph and read it aloud to your classmates. So children, this one is your assignment. You have to write it on your own. Okay, I'll be helping you when you have finished writing this answer. Obviously, in your online classes, we will be discussing about deserts. Your own view, what do you view the desert to be? What you believe the desert is, you have to write it down. At least some 10 lines, okay, a paragraph at least. So next one is go to the library and collect information about the lifestyle of the people in desert areas, their food, clothes, work, social customs, etc. Share this information with the group. So this activity also we will be doing in our class, and till then you need to do your research, you need to keep your research ready with all the information about the lifestyle of the people and their way of living, their food, clothes, their culture, their customs. Okay, you should know this. Now children, moving to some extra questions now. The first question for your extra question is, who find it difficult to imagine what the desert is like? The author has already told you that which people find it difficult to realize that the desert is a beautiful place. Okay, so let's write this answer in extra questions. Number 1. Who find it difficult to imagine what a desert is like? Some people living in regions covered with forests and surrounded with hills find it difficult to imagine what a desert is like. So who find it difficult to imagine what a desert is like? Some people living in regions covered with forests and surrounded with hills find it difficult to imagine what the desert is like. Okay, children, now moving to the second question. What are sand dunes? Number 2, let me see if it fits here. What are sand dunes? Strong winds blow, raising heaps of sand and depositing them as mounds. These are called sand dunes. Okay, children. So, strong winds blow, raising heaps of sand and depositing them as mounds. Mounds are like raised structure. These structures, okay, they are not mountains but a heap of sand. These are called sand dunes. So we are done with 1 and 2. Now moving to number 3. Which animal is known as ship of the desert and why? Let's write it down. Number 3 of extra questions. Which animal Answer. The camel is known as the ship of the desert. It is the commonest means of transport in a desert. Camels can consume a lot of water at once. And can do without water. For several days together. Okay. So the other lines, children, has been already written in one of the questions that we have previously done, right? So this one, camels withstand high body temperature. The reason is they sweat very little. So this thing we have already written. So it's no use writing it again for some other answer. So this much will do for this question. Now moving to the last question. Okay. Name 2 hot deserts and 2 cold deserts. Number 4, name 2 hot deserts and 2 cold deserts. Where are they located? Okay. So let's write down the answer. Number 1, first desert. 2 hot deserts are Sahara Desert in Africa and Thar Desert in Asia. Two cold deserts are Patagonian Desert in South America and Gobi Desert in Asia. So children, the answer is, the question is, name 2 hot deserts and 2 cold deserts. Where are they located? Question mark. 2 hot deserts are Sahara Desert in Africa and Thar Desert in Asia. 2 cold deserts are Patagonian Desert in South America and Gobi Desert in Asia. Number 5, I hope this is the last question because I told the same thing for number 4. Now, because I found this question to be interesting, I am adding this also to our lesson. How do desert plants adapt themselves to the life in a desert? So answer would be desert plants like the cactus store water in their thick stems. Store water in their thick stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground. And quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally falls. Okay. So how do desert plants adapt themselves to the life in a desert? Desert plants like the cactus store water in their thick stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally falls. Okay children, so we are done with the chapter. We are done with all the working of the text and the question answers and the meanings. I hope you understood the lesson. I hope you got to understand something about deserts. And children, with this I finish my video lesson. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.